Okay, Francois, let's look at the area license holder within Whoope. We've divided the country into 50 areas. There are two income streams that the license holder is going to enjoy. We've got executive associates and we've got service providers. On the executive associate side, the guy who is the owner of the license earns 30% of all executive associates in his area that he recruits himself. Those executive associates will go and recruit others and earn their 20% in doing so. And the area license holder is left with a 10% overrider, just on the executive associate side. Then we get to the service providers. Let's take Whoope as an example. We know that there's 1,000 categories. We know that there are 3 spots in each category. So therefore, there are 3,000 spots that are going to be going for a 300 Rand once off and then a 250 Rand a month ongoing, provided they join before the 1st of August. So if I bought Whoope right now, I would earn a total of 250 Rand on every service provider that I sign up myself as a once off, and I would earn 10% of 250 Rand, which is 25 Rand. That times 3,000 would give me 75,000 Rand a month.
And you said that the actual price is 250,000 Rand, but pre-launch, how much?
Pre-launch we did 100,000 Rand. So you can buy the area of Whoope or any of the 50 areas now for 100,000 Rand. And you have a potential income, if you look on the downside of 250 Rand per service provider, 75,000 Rand per month. And if you look at the 500 Rand, which we know is post-launch, then my income could be as much as 150,000 per month as the owner of one of these licenses.
Now, how much would I earn as an area license holder in the process of getting the service providers on board?
You earn a minimum of 50 Rand once off. Because remember, all service providers that are signed up that are in Whoope belong to you. So if somebody else signs them up, you earn 50 Rand once off. And then the 10% ongoing. But if you sign them up, you earn the 250 Rand up front and then the 10% ongoing.
So worst case scenario, I could earn $50 times 3,000 advertising spots once off, which gives me 150,000 Rand back.
Just 150,000 Rand just on the sign-up fees of the service providers. And in that instance, those guys would give you an ongoing 75,000 Rand a month now. So the two areas, just to be clear, that any license holder earns his money on: the executive associates, he earns 30% on all the people he signs up himself, and 10% overrider on all his executive associates sign-ups there. And ongoing, he gets from every service provider 10% of what the service provider's monthly fee might be, whether that's 250 or 500 Rand, and obviously he gets a cut on the joining fee of every one of the service providers.
Just to recap, why would the service providers come on board?
Well, the service provider is paying 250 Rand a month to get access to a captive audience. And of course our captive audience is wanting to get hold of that service provider because he desperately wants the discount. He doesn't want to pay full price for an electrician, he'd love to get him at a discount. So the client's getting a good deal, the service provider's getting a good deal, and there's only 3 service providers, so they're fighting each other for the spot, and that guarantees our executive associate his return. So your 1,000 Rand that you put in is going to give you your 1,000 Rand every month ongoing from here on in.
Kevin, so how many areas? 50?
50 areas in total. Once an area sold, sorry, too bad, so sad.